Recently, Tamil Nadu government has introduced a bill on 12 hours work a day, and we have a senior advocate who practices in labor and employment. We welcome Shri Kalyana Sundaram, advocate. I welcome Shri Kalyana Sundaram on behalf of Voice for Public Sector.
Thank you.
Sir, about this recently introduced bill, what is your view as an advocate who practices in employment and the labor law?
See, we have to go a bit of the history lane to understand why this 8 hours first of all. So there is an international convention out of ILO that insisted a lot of member countries to adopt that 8-hour working hours for the organized industries, and of course India is one of the signatories, and thereon we become an 8-hour working society. But recently we have the state of Karnataka having introduced a similar bill, making a 12-hour per day working as a voluntary pattern amongst the other relays. And it is just not that 12 hour per day and the 12 hour into 4 day combined will bring about 48-hour work week, which is the mandatory work week as on today as per the Factories Act. But this particular bill also comes with another rider stating that the overtime, which happens to be 50 hours per quarter without exemption. Now this bill is allowing the employer can have up to 145 hours a quarter, which means in a quarter a person can work 145 hours excess than that 48 hours. So it is in a longer run will be really hitting the employees, workmen very hard on their health and social conditions and happiness. So that's my concern.
Tamil Nadu government say that 12 hours per day is going to be the order of the day. So what is your view on this? Though they have put the bill on hold.
Yes, indeed, correct. The bill is put on hold because the Honorable Chief Minister was briefed, and a lot of their alliance parties also have advised the government to really go slow on implementing the 12-hour pattern, considered the opinion and the voices of the alliance parties and trade union leaders. However, my view is that if 12 hours relay is going to be even an optionally available in the hands of the employers. Employers know many techniques and tactics to create conditions and circumstances and to make employees voluntarily available for the 12-hour pattern, because the question is people with limited resources and wanting to really earn 100 rupee more per day will easily be preyed to that additional earning conditions coming with the pains of 12 hours relay per day. So I am of the opinion, if in a 4-day a person can complete his 48 hours of weekly working hours, what is he going to do the next 3 days? He is not really going to retire, relax, recuperate. However, he will either be employed in the same company and contribute to overtime and contribute to that company further, or he will be available for moonlighting elsewhere. And therefore, this will be bringing in a condition where a workman will be put to work for about 60 hours a week. So that's becoming a real challenge. Whereas the entire world, especially the developed and western world, the north of Europe and so on, they have over time have achieved about 1600 hours to 1800 hours per year which translates to roughly about 6.5 hours to 7 hours work and 5 days week, and as such 8 hours per day and for about 300 days in a year. Our workmen, our employees are working for about 2,500 hours per year. So we have to, because of the advent of technologies and advancement of information technology, we have to really bring in a little lesser effort from workmen and to increase the pleasure of employment, and that will be the good identifier of a developing nation, rather than putting the workmen into trouble and troubling them to work for more hours and lessening their leisure.
Yeah. The present Chief Minister, when he was in opposition, he actually objected to the changes which the central government brought in. And what do you see about, how do you view this?
It is not about who is the Chief Minister, but there is a government instrumentality really working hard to connect the dots and to create conditions of favorable industry making in the country. That's the primary driver. So how I could understand is, more or less, like the investors, like the industrialists, government also thinking when they are in their incumbency that we have to create conditions of incremental productivity opportunities, and the question arises, is it a good way to increase the number of hours of working to increase the productivity? I would say really not, because you need to have intermittent leisure, rest, recuperation, and only then the productivity increases. However, due to the international and national level geopolitical pressure and wanting to really grab the opportunity of seeing everything into money, seeing everything into an economic opportunity, I think we are running faster towards the money than the people's sentiments and people's health and the pleasure. This is very very sad that people are put to suffering by the government which has been elected by themselves. I just want to put an analogy here for lucid understanding. All over the world, the dairy industry is one good example or a bad example to define how cruel an industry could be. Every dairy farm is really feeding the calf in order to make it growing very fast into a cow, and quickly, in a quick succession, many calves are bred out of that. The fecundity rate of the cow is increased due to extremely high feed and other medical support, and within say 5-6 years of its lifespan, it is also been sent to the slaughterhouse, because I'm told animal within 5-6 years of age is having the best of the melting flesh. So dairy farmer is using the best of the conditions and making the animal grow fast, using the animal to breed as much as possible in a quick time, as also let it go. And in all the three phases, they are counting their cash. But in the situations of economy making or being human with our own people, we need to really have a different attitude, we need to have compassion, we need to have an empathy towards the employees who are contributing to sustain the economy. So industry is one of the factors to sustain the economy. So happy living is one of the primary aspect of the government, and government must be more responsible and more compassionate towards employees and consider them as their citizen, and because of them the government is made, and to see that whoever has given them the opportunity to govern, they had to be given the minimum most comfort. Of course they are ready to work, but we cannot really put them to slog more just because they have chosen you to become their governors.
On this significant day, 100 years back, Comrade Singaravelar hoisted the May Day flag in Chennai and celebrated May Day. What is your message to the working class?
Thank you for reminding Singaravelar's effort on hoisting a flag on May 1st, 100 years before, and it's my appeal and it is our appeal together to our Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu to permanently hold this 12 hours amendment, and let us not implement this. Let us be compassionate to our people, and productivity and growth is synonym to Tamil Nadu, and we are leading India in industrialization as well as in the growth story, and therefore even without this 12-hour relay possibility, Tamil Nadu will lead the industrial growth. This is my appeal. Thank you.
Thank you, comrades.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.